All right, so this video topic is going to be on the political agenda of transsexuality. Okay, transsexuality. Transsexuality is a political agenda orchestrated by the federal government, mass media, multinational corporations, and other white European organizations. Okay, now they're pushing transsexuality for black people, in particular black men. Okay, they want the federal government, mass media, multinational corporations, and other racist white organizations, right? They all want black men, or as many black men as possible, to be influenced, okay, to become women, okay? They're trying to influence as many black men as possible, okay, to become effeminate. They want as many effeminate black men in American society as possible. And the way that they're trying to carry this out is by pushing transsexuality through black male professional athletes. Black male professional athletes. Black male professional athletes. Okay? They are the population who are being forced to push transsexuality in order to influence, encourage black males in particular to become more effeminate and sissified. Okay? The whole transsexuality, the normalization of transsexuality in American society, okay, it's an attack, it's a direct attack on black male masculinity. Okay? This is why black professional athletes are the ones who are pushing transsexuality. It's because transsexuality is designed to attack black malehood, black male masculinity. Okay, this has to be understood. Okay, but I'm going to drop some examples showing how the federal government, multinational corporations, mass media are using black male professional athletes to push transsexuality, to encourage black men to become effeminate. I have a few examples of that to show my point, and so here it is. So example number one, okay, so somewhere between 1992 and 1996, in those 4 years, somewhere in those 4 years, Shaquille O'Neal was a guest on the Dennis Scott Show. Now, the Dennis Scott Show was a popular black TV show back. It was a talk show. It was a popular black talk show back in the 90s, right? The Dennis Scott Show. And it was one particular episode that Shaq was a guest on. And when Shaq was a guest on the episode, he dressed like a woman. Shaq wore a long green dress, red glasses, basketball shoes, and a wig. This is what Shaquille O'Neal wore as a guest on the Dennis Scott Show somewhere in the 4 years between 1992 and 1996. Okay, and that's not okay for Shaquille O'Neal, someone as dominant as him, someone as physically strong as him, someone as tall as him, okay, a superstar at that. There's no reason why Shaquille O'Neal should have been on the Dennis Scott Show wearing a wig, a dress, or any of that stuff, okay? Example number two, okay? Example number two. In 2012, okay, in 2012, for a Weight Watchers commercial, Charles Barkley dressed like a girl. For the commercial, Charles Barkley wore a green dress, a wig, and a pair of black heels. Again, I don't understand how a black man like Charles Barkley, a dominant, tall, physically strong professional athlete like Charles Barkley, a superstar, would wear a dress and a pair of high heels and a wig for a weight loss commercial. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't match. It doesn't add up. But of course, as I said, the agenda coming from the federal government, coming from mass media, coming from multinational corporations is to influence black men to become effeminate. So Charles Barkley It's part of the whole program, the whole protocol to encourage black males to effeminize themselves. Example number 3. In 2014, okay, LeBron James was featured on a progressive car insurance commercial. Okay, and when LeBron James, who went by the name of FloBron on the commercial, when he appeared in the commercial, he wore a woman's wig. Okay, and again, LeBron James, okay, he's a part of the agenda. Okay, LeBron James is he's been used to encourage black males, okay, to effeminize ourselves. Okay, LeBron James has been used to market effeminization to black males. Another professional basketball star who's also been used to promote effeminization to black males is DeAndre Jordan, who played for the Los Angeles Clippers. Because in 2015, right, and this is example number 4, in 2015, DeAndre Jordan, right, dressed like a woman for a State Farm commercial, right? On the State Farm commercial, an insurance commercial, right? DeAndre Jordan wore a wig, a pair of black high heels, and a long black dress. There's no reason why a black male athlete who's supposed to represent masculinity and manhood should be wearing black high heels, a black dress, and a wig. It doesn't add up. But of course, as I said, this whole transsexuality thing is aimed at black people. Okay, and they use black professional athletes to normalize transsexuality, specifically in the black community. Then in 2020, right, in 2020, this is example number 5. In 2020, we got Zaya Wade, right? Zaya Wade. This is Dwayne Wade's so-called daughter, formerly son, right? Now, the whole public exposure of Zaya Wade was to influence transsexuality among black boys. This is important to understand. That's the symbology behind Zaya Wade and his whole public image and his whole, public, orientation is to confuse and influence black boys to effeminize themselves. Okay, so the agenda, the transsexual agenda, is not just aimed at black males, black men. It's also aimed at black boys as well. Okay, so they're trying to encourage black boys to become black women opposed to black men. Okay. Now, the one thing, if you pay attention to media, the one thing you're going to notice is that only black male professional athletes are the ones who are pushing transsexuality. Notice how no professional white athlete is pushing transsexuality, because transsexuality is not for white males, it's for black males. So when you look at the seven most popular professional white basketball players, you'll see none of them are a part of the transsexual agenda. So when you look at John Stockton has never worn a skirt, right? Larry Bird has never worn lipstick. Jerry West has never worn a dress, right? Steve Nash has never worn a wig. When you look at Bill Walton, right? Bill Walton has never wore high heels. When you look at Dirk Nowitzki, when you look at Kevin Love, neither one of them, okay, has worn a purse or a bra or any of that, right? It's only the black male professional athletes who are being forced to push transsexuality because it is for the black community. So the federal government, multinational corporations, nor is mass media going to stop, marketing feminization to black men and black boys. Okay, this is why the black community has to take the initiative, and we have to control our celebrities. And the way we control our celebrities is by controlling our own media networks, and our own media channels and all of that good stuff. Okay, we have to start setting up, our own media. We need our own media. Period. Okay, we need black-owned media, and through black-owned media, the black community can then control our celebrities. Then we control what the celebrities put out there. Okay, so until that happens, black people will continue to be at the mercy of white people. Okay, so I hope you guys appreciate the information. I hope you guys appreciate the video. I'm Cali Red. That's Cali with a K. Red with 2 D's. Okay, I'm recording this video out in the Inland Empire. The Inland Empire is located in Southern California. Okay, the Inland Empire consists of 2 neighboring counties, Riverside County and San Bernardino County. All right, and until the next video, black people, I love you. Be safe. Stay blessed. Black power.